Hi, Dr. M Chemistry Tutor here, and in this lesson I want to show you the method that chemists use to work out the formula of ionic compounds. This is the quick method, and once you've got it, when you know the charges on the ions, so once you have them either memorized or you know how to get them, you won't need the Chemcards at all. You can work out the formula of ionic compounds very quickly. So this is the drag and drop method. So the first thing to do is to get your Chemcards out. So if you haven't got them out already and laid out, pause the video, give yourself a few minutes to do that. So if we take our worked example number 1, the formula of sodium chloride. So we're dealing with ionic compounds. So they've got 2 parts to the name. The first part is metal ion in the light blue. The second part is a non-metal ion in the green. So the first thing we have to do is identify which ions are making up this compound. So I'm going to drag the sodium over here, the sodium ion, and the other one is a chloride ion. So I'm going to bring that over there. Now, the thing to notice that there are times when we don't need to use a drag and drop, and this is one of those times. So I want to just explain what those are by putting in the charges. So a sodium is a 1+ ion. Let's make that so we can actually see it. And chloride is a 1- ion. Now, when you pick up some sodium chloride, which is what table salt is, you don't get an electric shock. The charges, positive and negative charges, are cancelling each other out. And we see here that these are the same. So we don't actually need to do anything other than write the formula here. Because what it means, because the ions have the same charge, there will be one of each. So 1 sodium is cancelled out by 1 chloride, and that will be the formula of the compound. So the first thing to notice, if the charges are equivalent, and this would also work if you had a 2+ and a 2- ion. If the charges already cancel each other out, you don't need to do any more. It's a 1-to-1 relationship. What we're going to look at now is when those charges are not the same, how do we then get the formula of the ionic compound? And example 2 is one of those situations. So let's have a look at what we've got with worked example 2. We have calcium bromide. So the metal ion we're dealing with is calcium, and the non-metal ion we're dealing with is bromide. Now, as you can see here, calcium ion has got a 2+ charge, but a bromide ion has got a 1- charge. So we're in a position now where those two numbers are not the same. And this is where chemists use the drag and drop method. This is the quickest way of doing it. And what you do is you take the number on the ion. So this 2 from the calcium, we just drag that and drop it this side of the bromine. Overextended my arrow a little bit there. Let's do that again. So this 2, we drag it and drop it down to the bottom right of the bromine. This invisible 1, there's 1 of them, we don't use a number, but this invisible 1 would then be dragged down here. So when we do that, we can then work out the formula of our calcium bromide, again by putting in the symbols. So calcium, there's an invisible 1 to the bottom right-hand side of that. And then we have bromine or bromide, as it is in the ionic compound. And the thing about the bromide, we dragged that 2 down from the 2+ on the calcium. I can make it a bit bigger. There we go. And that sits there on the bromide like that. So the formula for calcium bromide is CaBr2, and this ensures that the charges cancel out. So once you know the charges on the ions, it's very, very easy to then work out what the formula of the ionic compound is. So at this point, what I suggest you do is pause the video and have a go at the rest of the examples, working out the formula. And then when you've done that, come back and check your answers, and I'll put the answers on the screen. Okay, go for it. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, you ready? Let's check your answers. So magnesium oxide, MgO, so that's 2 plus and 2 minus. Potassium bromide, KBr, so 1 plus and 1 minus. Sodium oxide, Na2O, so 1 plus for the oxygen, 2 minus for the oxide. Copper sulfate, CuSO4. Sodium nitrate, NaNO3, so a 1 plus and a 1 minus. So question 6 to 10, we're starting to get a bit more tricky. Zinc chloride, ZnCl2. Potassium nitride, K3N. Calcium nitrates, let's just write that down there so we've got a bit more room. So 2 plus on the calcium, 1 minus on the nitrate. So when we drag that 2 down from the calcium, we need to put the nitrate in brackets because it's a compound ion. So there's 2 nitrates to make sure that that's gone in with the brackets. If we now look at question 9, which I'll do down here. Question 9, iron 3 chloride or iron chloride. Iron is 3 plus, chloride is 1 minus, so FeCl3. And number 10, this is the no-nonsense one. This is where this method works really, really well. Aluminium oxide is Al2O3. So I hope you managed to get them all right, and I hope you managed to find them relatively easy once you got used to the drag and drop method. So what I suggest you do now is have a go at section B, pick another 3 pairs of blue and green metal and non-metal ions, put them together, work out their formula, write down their name, just to check that you understand all the different bits about it, and then get your teacher to check it. Okay, good luck, and I'll see you next time.